All right, hello all. Welcome back to Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So we do have a new burst mode here against the new Omega Shenron Dokkan Fest event. As per usual, we're trying to get the clear here, right? I mean, there's actually a lot of stones associated with this one because I believe one of the weekly missions that reset, which actually this batch was 7 per mission, uh, was completing this burst mode, right? So we'll get the normal burst mode stones plus the extra 7 there. So this is actually going to be worth a lot. I am very, very close to finally being able to hit pity, and this clearing this will definitely set me right on my way. I mean, I still need to grind out a little bit more. But I do have I haven't touched the new event yet, the Twitter one, so we'll see how difficult or not that is, right? And then I mean obviously there's a reset tonight and everything, so I'm getting pretty close. I do have even I think like one more Dragon Ball Saga Red Zone mission left, so I'm getting very close. I think I want to wait to use my pity until we know what the banner coming on the 8th is for sure. It does look like to me that it's going to be baby, but whether or not that's a TUR or LR, I don't know. I think probably a TUR, but either way, we're gonna have to see, right? So I'm just gonna scroll through some of our conditions here. We are going for bond of parent and child here. I do like to do one of them. It doesn't. I usually just sort of randomly decide which category I do. I mean, sometimes if it's I mean, if one of them's clear cut like stronger or weaker, I'll probably go for the stronger one. But honestly, Shadow Dragon Saga and Bond of Parent and Child are pretty good. So I think I'm just doing Bond of Parent and Child, but I think either would work. And the reason I want to do Bond of Parent and Child is the team I have set up over here, I think should be very nice, right? I mean, I do have double Vegeta Trunks here. Obviously, the stacks for everyone, especially like UI Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, should be pretty good. But I guess we will have to see, right? Let's jump in here. These usually nowadays aren't the most difficult for me. I like to set my challenges so I'm a little bit over the point threshold, a couple hundred or so, but not to the point where I'm like, oh, I need to go all the extra challenges, and I just go for difficult, but not like slam your head against the wall, right? So that's we're gonna jump in here. I probably will, especially with this lineup, get this in one clear here, but I guess we'll see. Let's do this. Okay, so this is the new Omega Dokkan event, right? So I unfortunately though I don't think and I could be wrong, I don't think it's like because a good thing with these the burst modes, I meant to do 3, oh well. They do give you the OSTs. Now, personally, I don't really ever purchase them the most. I mean, sometimes I do, but I've been rocking that like Tech Vegeta Blue. I think it's the Tech Vegeta Blue one on my homepage for quite a while. But what I was getting at there is I think this one actually is it gives like the Super Saiyan 4 LR, like this LR Goku Vegeta. I could be wrong about that, but so I mean the OST here. I mean it's not. I don't really care for it. If whenever, I'm not sure. I don't think it has been yet. But I gotta tell you, whenever they do decide to update the, honestly, I'll probably do this. That way we can. Well, nah, I'll just do this. Whenever they decide to do like the Ma Junior or Piccolo Junior, whatever 23rd World Tournament, probably honestly next year. When I imagine they'll easy A in 2026. I guess we'll see. But whenever those guys get their easy A's, whenever those burst modes come up, right, it'll definitely be nice to do that. That active skill OST is still probably And to be fair, I haven't given the biggest listen to most OSTs recently, but that's probably still my favorite one. That actor one. It's so good, right? So whenever that comes, that'll become my new homepage one. But for now, I think I do have the Tech Vegeta Blue one on. I will say this is actually kind of funny to be doing this right now. Because I mean, this burst mode, this event is actually, if you think about it, this is why we knew GT was coming for part 2, right? Because in that initial part 1 data download, it was like for like 2 hours or something. I think it was.
Trunks, you think this is the end? Think about the next, or think about your pride. Saiyan blood flows in your veins. If you're my son, as you claim, then I won't tolerate you losing to anyone. I will get stronger. Stronger than the enemy. Stronger than you.
I don't like to talk during the animation, so my apologies there. I think it was like 2 hours or something. Something like that. After that initial data download for part 1, where and I don't even know who the hell thought to check this, right? Someone, I would never have thought to check this, because I don't check the OST shop that often. But someone checked the OST shop and noticed it, and it got shut down very, very fast. I mean, it was the new Omega Dokkan Fest, right? So we knew GT was coming since the start of part 1, essentially. Very crazy that they blundered in that way, but you know, because I mean, that little opening they shared or tease or whatever, would have been a lot more hype, I imagine, if we didn't know for like 2 weeks ahead of time. But I mean, either way, I've been hyped for the characters either way. You know, if I could actually pull them, that'd be nice. But apparently, I'm not there quite yet. But this, you know, event here is why I need to clear it. You know, so I can finally hit the pity. So I'm very close. I really want to get the win here. You know, make this as fast as possible. So I can do my, you know, summons, my last summon. Well, I don't know about my last summon, but it might be my last summon of, like, that. I have a big video I've been cataloging of, like, my summons. I have, it's, because at some point I just, you know, I started doing them in, like, 50 chunks. Because I was just like, okay, I could not be bothered. You know, it got to that point. I was like, I want the character, right? So I want the characters, I suppose. But I could not, because usually what I'll do is I'll wait to get 150, you know, to do a full rotation. But I was hoping, you know, in one of the 50s I'd manage to pull them and be able to get showcases really done for them. But apparently, that was not my destiny with part 2. I mean, part 1 I was able to get them bulk fairly quickly, fairly easily, thankfully. Part 2 here, not the case, unfortunately. So, I did actually, by the way, and I'll make note of that in that video. I'll start it off like a little voiceover portion, probably. I did accidentally delete one of my summon parts, I guess. It was the very first one of that video. So, I mean, unfortunate. But all I got in that very first one was I used, and why I think it's important to say, I used 50 stones, and then I also used a rainbow ticket multi. And I got, like, 8 golden Frieza, which actually was my first dupe from the Super Boss's support from that the Dragonstone multi, and from the ticket multi I actually did manage to pull my first dupe for Tech Vegeta, right? So those were definitely pretty good summons. I definitely got to be like, hey, in that video, you know, I did this, and I guess I thought I was keeping good track of it. I don't know. Honestly, I think what might have happened is I might have
Mind your own business, Kakarochi.
Yeah, I get it. I've never faced someone this strong before. I'm getting excited.
Once again, I don't like to talk during this. My apologies. I think what might have happened, and I could be wrong about this, but I think that it might have just been like I forgot to transfer it over to my computer, and then just like because I record Dokkan on my phone. I know there's other ways to do it. I actually don't know how to do those ways. I know something about like Elgato capture or whatever. That's how a lot of people do it. I don't know how to set that up. I don't have an Elgato, whatever the hell. So I mean, and this works for me. The only thing I do want to look into, maybe once the celebration calms down, I've been thinking about looking into, because on the sides for my video, instead of it just being like, you know, empty black spaces, I do like to put like card arts. I do wonder if I could find some sort of like service online where I could like upscale it or something. That way it, you know, because those are definitely the Dokkan. I mean, it's not my fault, but because I take it directly from in-game. You know, it's Dokkan's fault that unfortunately, you know, and I don't even know how the game is so big because the quality of a lot of like the arts and stuff is not that huge, not that good. But you know, it's the quality of the arts directly from in-game is not the best. So I think I need to try. And once again, probably once the celebration starts to calm down a bit, I'm going to try looking into that, see if I can't find something to upscale it, some sort of service. I don't even know how you go about that. I know there are people who do upscale though, so I know there is some way to do it, but I just don't know how myself. But yeah, regardless, I do record it on my phone, and that works pretty well for me. I think my phone's pretty good. So I think I might have just, because obviously with the amount of content I make, I do end up having to delete the sort of raw files pretty frequently. I think I must have just forgotten to transfer it over, or accidentally didn't transfer it over from my phone or something, and then deleted it, and then I mean, by the time I realized the mistake, I mean, it had already been like a week or something. I was like, ah, shit. I was like, well, I kind of can't do anything about it now, you know? So I'll make sure to start that out, just be like, hey, I messed this up, but this was the result of the summon. But I mean, I've gone pretty deep in the summons. I think I'm like 900-ish deep in part 2 specifically. Maybe 1,000-ish. I think it's 900 though. I have it all except for that one multi that I accidentally, well, I suppose 2 multis, but one of them being the rainbow ticket. Besides that, I'm pretty sure they should all be, I have them all recorded still. So, I mean, the proof will be right there. I think it is 900 though. But I'm about to be at pity, so I mean, at least there's that. You know, I will, it'll be over soon. Oh, this is locking, huh? I completely forgot about that. Well, in that case, I think it's time to use Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And this should give me at least a little bit of hope to live the turn here. I'll probably honestly even use Super Gogeta in his active. Because, I mean, if we get Supered in slot 1, that'd be pretty rough. Although I don't, like, using the Giant Ape here, I don't know Omega's, the burst modes here's cooldown on a super attack effect, so I think we should be fine. I hope. I mean, I guess we'll see. But with using the Giant Ape, it can, or even like revival skills, rage modes, it does like sort of reset the boss abilities, or I suppose rather it depends on the boss, but it can reset like the boss abilities, so you're like safe. Oh wait, this is the AoE, isn't it? Okay, well, that's actually perfect. Okay, huge. Well, first let me do that then, and then I'll actually let me wait to grab orbs with them until I use Gogeta. Let me use Gogeta real quick.
Fusion! I'm Master Goku Nor Vegeta. I'm the one who's gonna take you down.
All right, and then active skill time.
This is the greatest fusion of all! I'm gonna send you back to hell!
Now I'm not sure if we'll kill this turn, to be honest, because Vegeta and Trunks not being in slot 1, obviously they lose out on a decent portion of their stats. But we should do a lot of damage. And we should be able to start wrapping it up at the very least. So yeah, this was definitely pretty easy. I mean, I feel like usually these are a little bit longer. I thought I set everything I usually do, but maybe this one was just weaker than some of the other ones. I don't know. But I honestly, like I said, these have been pretty easy. Maybe I'll start moving it up to like 350 instead of 300 on like in like 4,000% on HP instead of 3,000, something like that. I don't know, because I mean I do like a little bit of challenge, but also the thing is with these, in the past it'd be like, you stack for 40 minutes and then you get one shot by a super, and that it kind of sucked. So I do like it how it is now, or you can really like just choose your own difficulty. I think it's actually really nice how they have it set up, but maybe I could stand to make it a bit more difficult. So I'll probably maybe starting from the next one. I guess it'll depend on the category. To be fair, I mean this is Bond of Parent and Child. I mean we got like Super Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? The temporary buffed one, the new Easy A double Vegeta Trunks, right? I mean we have a lot of really good premium characters here, to be fair. So I suppose there is also that angle to go from. So I probably should have honestly made this one a bit difficult, a bit more difficult from just the jump. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about the easy win. I'll tell you what. So I mean, there we go. That's the burst mode completed. I honestly thought that'd last a little longer, but I guess I wasn't really thinking of just how powerful Bond of Parent and Child is compared to other wins I've gotten. Right. So we do got 6,220 there. Very nice. And then obviously we get all the rewards here. I mean, we get what? Isn't it like 8 here? Yeah, and then the meats obviously are very good. And then I can use the burst mode currency thing to purchase Kais, because I definitely, let me tell you what, I definitely need the Kais. And then we go over here. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. Yeah, okay. There was with stage 4 with a score of 1,000 or higher, so that was pretty easy to do. I'll take it though. I'm now at 31 stones. Like I said, I do. There's that other new event that just came out, and I do have like that Dragon Ball Saga Red Zone mission, the mission execution, I think it is. I still need to finish. So I'm gonna get to doing all that, and I'll cut away. Well, I suppose rather I'll end things here, because I really want to do my last summon. So I'm gonna get to grinding. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.